just outside of Chester, New York. Headed toward, see this barn? And we came up on it too fast. That barn there is where Hambletonian, the famous racehorse, was foaled. Try and get a better picture of it for you right here. Hopefully there's no traffic that comes. There, at that barn, that is where Hambletonian was born. Famous racehorse. Oh, there's the, here we go, here's the, if nobody comes flying up, you can see the, there we go. There's his monument. Hambletonian foaled here, May 5th, 1843. Progenitor of America's famed trotters and pacers. There you go. Anyway, I figured we would head out to Sugarloaf, New York, because I've heard that they've made a lot of improvements within the town. Sugarloaf was an arts and crafts village. It is an arts and crafts village, but it started as an arts and crafts village where the people made and sold their own products, and the town had to apply for a variance that would allow them to live, work, manufacture, and sell all within the same structure. And I think its heyday was really the 70s and the 80s, when every house in Sugarloaf basically had an artist who was honing their craft and selling it right out their front door, basically. There are still some that do that. There are still some artists that have been here since the 70s and live and work and sell right on the main street of the town. Back in those days, it was more of where they created and sold their own art. Now it's more of a mix, where some of them certainly do make and sell their own products, but others kind of sell, other things like books and crystals and stuff like that. And we are coming into it from behind on Pine Hill Road. We're looking at the church. I know that the church has a couple thrift sales a year that attract people from all over and still get a really good deal there. Here's where the improvements supposedly started. At this end of town, there was really no sidewalks to speak of, and I've heard they've put sidewalks in and a way to cross. They did put a crosswalk in. Okay. Oh, there is sidewalks. Wow. Well, that should make it easier. Now, on the other side of the street, there's like a rustic boardwalk. Actually, I think it's on both sides of the street. In the middle of the town, there's like a rustic boardwalk, which, is unique in its own right. Oh, there is a new speed bump in town. And we've got another crosswalk here. Look at all the crosswalks. They did add crosswalks everywhere. The town looks really pretty. Okay, so we have another speed hump here. Oh, the red building looks great. That had fallen into such disrepair. Actually, a lot of the town did, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, so we're going to go out and around and we're going to talk about it. So the Performing Arts Center, the Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center, used to be known as the Lyceum Theater. And what ended up happening there was, I don't know, it depends on what, you can't believe social media, so I don't know if it was mismanagement or what, but it then became the Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center, and it just kept going downhill. Whether they couldn't afford the upkeep on it, I don't know, but the county has ended up purchasing it. And some people are happy about it, and you know, as everything in this country is so politically polarizing right now. It's not any different here. So some people are very happy that the county is taking it over, and other people are not. So it is what it is. It remains to be seen. Hopefully it will be a good thing. Okay, so we're going to turn, and when we turn here, this is White Oak Drive. We're going to see the hump of Sugarloaf Mountain. The county also purchased a tract of land that will allow people to hike up to the summit. Sorry, I have the hiccups. In the past, okay, hang on one second. I just want to mention this place on the right. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. This is Sugarloaf Mountain Herbs. She has been here for years. Her shop used to be on the main street, but now it's where her house is. They have greenhouses in the back. She sells all kinds of homemade herb teas. She sells lotions, soaps, plants in the spring. Get all kinds of herbs that you didn't even know exist. You can find them there. Her store is absolutely awesome. So, this is a venue here. I guess it's for lease now. But this is a venue where sometimes people get married. The man one of the founding fathers of Sugarloaf started this when, he started part of this village with the vision and everything, and then I just recently learned that he was kind of part of an underground railroad for Jews who were being persecuted. He would take them in and set them up. So anyway, I'm coming back here because I want to show you Sugarloaf Mountain, but we're not getting a good view of it. The trees block it. But if you can see that rounded hump behind the trees, that is Sugarloaf Mountain. And many have wanted to hike it, but for years, the entire area was privately owned. Well, the county just got a grant or whatever, where, look at the view from this place. See the windows? So if you have an event here, you get to look out in the fall. It's absolutely incredible, the view. So anyway, what I was saying about the mountain is the county stepped forward and purchased the land. It was like 260 acres or something like that. And they're going to put all kinds of hiking and walking trails in. It's going to become a park. And now we're going to have access to be able to hike to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain, which is going to be wonderful. It's also going to be a draw for the town. I think it's going to help revitalize the foot traffic in this town, which is also part of what the sidewalks were about, was trying to safely allow people to walk from shop to shop like they used to. And if you've seen my videos where I'm walking, I am always fighting the traffic in this area. People are always driving too fast, and it's very difficult to pretty much walk anywhere around here. So I believe that they are really trying to be more walking friendly, which I think is wonderful. as you know, I love to walk. So this might just be one of the areas that I'll come, not just to stop into a shop or two, but heck, I would make my walk here. Why not? So anyway, it looks like they're already starting under new management, Orange County. And from what I understand, they're going to try and bring the community in by showing some movies and stuff like that to get them started. And then hopefully the theater groups will come and perform. So this area right here where the red barn is, that was known as Scott's Meadows, and the area behind it, there's a lot of little shops back in there that have been long closed, long vacant, because they fell into disrepair and people stopped paying the taxes on them. They went up for auction and somebody local purchased it at the auction. They want it, and they are in the process of restoring Scott's Meadow, which I think is absolutely wonderful. The Candleman on the right here. Let's talk about him. In the beginning, way back when, I'm going to say 1970s, I think, he used to, at Christmas time, put out wooden sconces that had a glass covering, and you would see the candles glowing all throughout the little town. It was absolutely beautiful. He's been here a long time. He makes 1 cent. I believe it's called Sugarloaf. It is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I have 2 of his candles currently. I have a blue one and a green one. And whenever I use them up, I come back and I get a couple more. Happy. I think I want purple and yellow the next time I pick up candles. So, I want to turn around and go back and creep through. You know how I like creeping through places just to see what all's there. I heard that there are some new shops. The old train station is now a coffee roaster. That used to be, we're looking at the mountain now. This way, coming this way is good because it gave you a good view. So I'm hoping that they will have some sort of a trail that'll take you from Sugarloaf somehow across the railroad tracks, across this road somehow, and then allow you to hike up to the summit. That would be wonderful. I know that they are in the process of creating the trails, or they were in the fall. So now that it's winter, it's probably stopped. They're still on my butt. Oh my goodness. I said, the old train station, there used to be a great deli there, so I was sad to see them close. And then the other store that closed was my sister's closet. It was kind of a consignment shop, a higher end, and oh my gosh, I miss that place so much too. And then Ira Neary, the jewelry maker, she had moved to Warwick for a while, but she has recently moved back. So, yeah, it's kind of going through a revitalization, which is good to see. Supposedly a new... Hang on a second, I'm sorry. Supposedly a new home store has moved into the old My Sister's Closet. So, it's been a while since I've been to Sugarloaf. I wanted to get here before the holidays, but I just ran out of time. It didn't happen. Still a lot of traffic, though. So there's the post office on the right. You see the caboose is the coffee roaster. They do look open. They are open. Okay, I'm gonna come back. We have Jimmy Z's Jewelry. They're semi-new. Been here a couple years. Cancun Inn is an amazing Mexican restaurant that moved from Middletown to Chester, and now they're here. Angel Lady is on the left. Oh my goodness, she has a closing sale sign out front. Oh my goodness, it's going to be sad to see her go. Indico is on the left. She's one of the original artists here. She does watercolor paintings, and her dog is in the window. Her dog is always in the window. It's so cool. Okay, I am holding people up. We got Light Club Curiosity Shop, which they have a secondary store in Warwick. They sell like metaphysical goods and whatnot. Vintage antique store. That used to be a toy store, so that's new. We have Exposure's Gallery. They're still here. They've been here a long time. Ah, Ira Neary, there she is. I had heard she moved out of Warwick and moved over here, so I know where she is. Alright, we're gonna turn around at the theater and go back. I want to see what's going on with Angel Lady. Her name is actually Simpson's Originals, and she's been here a long time too. She started as a photographer where she took pictures and could see the angels in all the pictures. And then she does like angel readings for people. There have been times in my life when I have felt pretty low, and I've walked into her shop, and when I left I felt a whole lot better. Okay, so this was a theater. When I worked in auto parts, one of our drivers was an actor, and he used to be, oh here, there's Sugarloaf Mountain there, look at that, it's gorgeous. He used to be Tevi and Fiddler on the Roof a lot, and they did that here. And I can remember I would come out and support him, get my whole co-workers to come out, my parents, my aunts, my uncles, my family. I would say, come on, you gotta come out and watch it. I can't tell you how many times I saw that play. He did the Christmas Story too, which is funny because he did the Jewish version of a story, and then he was also one of the wise men in the Christmas story. It's so funny. Hey, why not, right? Okay, so Prezzi's is semi-new. I am not sure what is in there. And then this is a crystal shop on the left here. I am not sure what the name of their store is, though. And on the left there is a place called Rosner's Soaps. They've been here as long as I can remember. They're also one of the original people. Hengen has been here a while as well. She does unique sculptures. So what is happening here? It does say closing sale, 50% off. Okay, that makes me really, really sad. Gonna have to look into why that is. I didn't come down here to get depressed. I came down here to see all the new stores and the improvements and find out one of my favorites is closing. It just makes me really sad. I'm sorry, I'm processing that. I'm gonna have to stop in. It looked like she was open. See, Wednesday's a tricky day down here because a lot of these stores are only open Thursday through Sunday, which that is kind of a problem. It's also something that has created a lot of infighting between, just between people. Like I said, everything's polarizing these days, right? But I do know that there was a lot of infighting over a lot of the stores only being open on the weekends. But, you gotta think, a lot of this newer generation, they have to be. How are they making a living otherwise? You can't expect to just sit there in your store and hope for foot traffic and actually make it in this economy, especially in Orange County, New York, where the cost of living is so high. So a lot of these people that own these shops, they work other jobs. It's not enough just to be an artist anymore, unfortunately. I was trying to see if we could get a view of the lake that's behind the theater there, but it's kind of pretty much taken up by all these houses, so I don't think we're going to be able to see it. Oh, you get a view of the neighborhood around Sugarloaf anyway. Okay, I'm cold. I'm turning the heat on. Hopefully the noise isn't annoying. Turn it down a little. I'm sorry. I'm so sad about seeing that sign on her shop. I'm definitely, when I get done filming this video, I'm going to stop in and talk to her. Find out what the heck is going on. And I'm going to, actually I may stop by the new coffee shop first. Grab a coffee, that's always good. And there we go, another shot of the mountain. And this is going to bring us right back out by the theater. Yes, okay, good, so we can crawl through town again then. So there are a lot of improvements that I do see. So that is great. There are a lot of new shops. So that's positive. And they're redoing that Scotts Meadows area. So hopefully there will be a whole bunch of new shops moving in. I'm wondering if maybe she's just retiring. I didn't think she was that old. But she has been here a long time. So maybe it is time to retire. I hope that's the case. spring festival as well. And then they have something the first week of December when they do the tree lighting, like most towns. But their biggest festival of the year is the Fall Festival. It's usually around Columbus Day weekend. In the old herb shop is something called angel hair. I'm gonna have to look into that and see what that is. So to the left near Rosin Soap Company is Romer's Alley, which it's kind of a little alleyway that has a bunch of other businesses on it. And then I believe that the only one I haven't mentioned is Merrily, which they're a home goods store, I believe. And they have a place in Warwick as well. And Practical Magic, I love her store, but every time I'm down here lately, she hasn't been open. But again, like I said, it's very difficult for people to make it just doing this. So, Boss Street Pottery is down here. Just another neighborhood here, which is an older development. We really should have went Christmas light riding down this way, but like I said, I wanted to come here for before Christmas, but I just never made it. This December for me just went so fast. I don't know if it did for you guys too, but I blinked my eyes and it was already gone. So one of these days we will maybe, I don't know. I'll find out when the spring festival is, and maybe we'll come down to the spring festival and kind of walk around. I love all the artist shops. goods store. So what is in my sister's closet now then? The restaurant is packed. That's good. But not many. Can you see the doggy in the window on the right? He's laying in his dog bed. He's so cute. Okay, so it doesn't appear that there's anything in my sister's closet yet. Okay, so that one's still empty. And people are getting mad because I'm driving so slowly through town. That happens a lot, but that was the point of them putting the speed bumps in, was to try and get people to slow down. Okay, I'm gonna go check out Valkyrie's coffee, and like I said, we'll return here one day. I just want to show you this because this is just such a cute setup thing out here. Alright guys, talk to you later. Bye.